Teachers, welcome to the Focused Area tutorial on collaboration, using blended learning and technology integration for collaboration and group work. The goal of this Focus Area tutorial is the following. If you have said to yourself that you want to be able to provide your students with the opportunity to collaborate on projects, assignments, and activities, then this tutorial is the one for you. What teachers might benefit from this? Teachers who want students to work together or want them to use technology to manage and facilitate projects, assignments, and activities. This is also a great starting point for teachers who are interested in incorporating project-based learning, or PBL, into their classroom. What are some examples of collaborative activities that you could use in a blended learning or technology integrated classroom? Here are a few. Students can edit, revise, or create documents and presentations in an online environment for a class project or for a specific unit in your course. Perhaps you want students to create, edit, or revise a video or audio or other multimedia file in a group. A blended learning environment or technology integrated classroom is a great way to do this. Finally, perhaps you want to use a learning management system or an LMS for students to share folders and files and resources when working on projects, or they could use other technology resources such as the cloud to discuss project tasks or to share resources. These are just a few examples of ways that you can use blended learning and technology integration to have students work collaboratively in your classroom. What are some of the technology tools that exist out there for you and your students to use when working on collaborative projects? Google Drive, Google Doc, and PowerPoint is one of those applications. Google Apps for Education is pretty consistent and similar in many schools. So it'd be good for you to find out if your school has access to Google Drive, because students are able to work on documents and presentations collaboratively, both in and out of the classroom. Dropbox is a file sharing resource that many students are familiar with, again, where they can share files and resources. YouTube is a great place for students to share and post collaborative video projects that they've worked on, and videos can be just shared within a specific group of people if you don't want to make them public on the web. iMovie and iTunes, again, for sharing multimedia files such as videos and or audio files. GarageBand with a Mac computer in order to create audio files for podcasts is a great tool. And Prezi, which is an online presentation creation application that students can actually work on collaboratively. So students can be grouped up and all students in the group can collaborate on that one Prezi presentation. These are just a few technology tools that students can use to work on collaborative projects. This is not an exhaustive list. There are many more out there, some that maybe you are familiar with and like to use already. Feel free to research other tools that may fit your needs and your classroom goals. Finally, let's think about and take a look at a few best practice strategies for incorporating blended learning and technology integration into a collaborative learning environment. Start by keeping work groups small. This will help you facilitate the groups better. It will also help prevent students from getting into arguments or not having enough to do if the group is too large. Also, if they're using an online discussion group, keeping work groups small helps you keep track of student conversations and discussions. Assign student roles and responsibilities. You want to ensure that you have a list of responsibilities before you have students start working on the project. Then, in groups, students can either self-select their roles and responsibilities, or you can assign them, depending on your student's age level and maturity. This will ensure that each student has a list of tasks that they need to complete, and so that no one student feels burdened by having to do everything in the group. Be sure to set deadlines and project tasks. This will help you not only scaffold instruction, but it will help keep students accountable for what they need to do. Have students share out on progress, not just with you, but with each other. Students might find it exciting to find out what their classmates are doing and be able to ask them reflective questions to ensure that they're staying on track and accomplishing their goals. You should also be able to use web tools and applications to help keep track of student progress, project management checklists, as well as online discussion boards to help check in with students and see where they're at in the process. This will help you give them feedback, and it will also help them know what they need to work on. Finally, you want to set clear criteria for grading and assessment. Present students with a rubric, or at very least a checklist of what they will be graded on and what they're expected to do at the beginning of the project. That way, students know where they're headed and what they need to work on as they work through all the tasks of the project. In the next few slides, you're going to see a variety of sample lessons of teachers using blended learning and technology integration for collaborative projects in their classrooms. There are 3 videos. The first one takes place in a chemistry class. The second takes place in a language arts classroom. And the third takes place in a geography classroom. Feel free to view and review the videos as often as you like to get ideas for what might be good in your own classroom as you explore collaborative learning in a blended learning and technology integrated classroom. Thank you and good luck.